Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Crypto Hangama, and today I'm gonna discuss Bitcoin and Bitcoin's correlation with Bitcoin and Bit Bitcoin's correlation with the dollar index. So as you can see, Bitcoin is this is on Binance. As you can see, the Bitcoin is still hanging around the price of 3450 and 3400. It's been hanging around in this range for about 10 days now. So what we can see from here is that it is kind of stable, but on the other hand it seems like that it might be testing the support of 3300, The thing here is a lot of technical analysis. People who do the technical analysis, a lot of them on the trading view, they're predicting that Bitcoin might make a sharp downside, maybe around 3200 to $3000, and there could be another bounce um, from that price. When I say bounce, as you know, that in December 17, around the December 17, I think 15 or 17 was the time when Bitcoin fell to 3100, and that was the lowest it has been for now, for the last 1 year and this year, starting this year. So 3100 was kind of the support which held, and Bitcoin bounced back over from there to 36, 3700. So we're still looking at that Bitcoin might be testing the 200-day moving average. Now, why 200-day moving average is important? The thing is, the 200-day moving average has always been a major support. Now, I'm talking about 200-day moving average on a weekly graph, not the daily, not the hourly. I'm talking about the weekly. If you see on the weekly chart, okay, let me bring up the 200-day moving average. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up. So as you guys can see here, I'm gonna make this better. Just give me 1 second. So as you can see this blue line, if you can see this blue line, this tells you that Bitcoin bounced off on from 3100, the price range of 3100, from in December, and so it held the support at 3100 at 3000. So now it's double bottoming at the same price range. It seems to double bottom, hasn't bottomed yet, but seems to double bottom on the 200-day moving average. The why 200-day moving average is important, let me just take you back. Well, 200-day moving average is important because when the Bitcoin was in bear market in 2014 to 2015, it was the 200-day moving average where it found its bottom. Like, it held the bottom, it held the 200-day moving average. Sorry, the line is not complete here for some reason, but as you can see, this was the it made a bottom here, then here again, and then again here, and then it held the support, the 200-day moving average. It actually held the support, and this is where from Bitcoin starting going up eventually for in the coming months after making a bottom. So this is the whole reason why 200-day moving average is so important at this time. So this is a very crucial time for Bitcoin, because things if things go south, that means if it falls below 3000 and we don't see any short-term immediate bounce from that price, things can get ugly here, and um, things can get really ugly here, because if 3000 or 3000, this 200-day moving average support is broken, then Bitcoin could go anywhere. I mean, the possibility is, I mean, nobody really has any nobody really has any price target, because then it's just in no man's land that nobody's gonna know what's gonna happen. So this is why 3000 is so important here, and it is so important, so it is kind of fearful. at the same time it's very exciting as well. Why exciting? If we look at the positive side, and if we assume, as like for now we can just assume, but we will know in few weeks what's gonna happen. So if Bitcoin has held once the support of 200-day moving average, and it if it's successful to hold it again, I think that will turn the things really positive, and that will bring the Bitcoins, like the whole confidence into Bitcoin back, because double bottoming and holding the support, it's a really crucial thing, and it is a very positive thing, and then things might get excited in the coming months. So this is the major thing, and another thing we'll be looking in March when the Fidelity launches the custodial services for the institutional investors. So that will be another important thing to watch, because if Fidelity, like a brokerage, who they're like managing 2.5 trillion dollars worth of assets right now. If they're launching a custodial service, well, I'm gonna assume that they will have a pretty like decent opening. They might have orders of like to buy Bitcoin in millions right now. I mean, I'm just gonna assume like they're handling $1 trillion, $2 trillion, $2.5 trillion. So I'm gonna assume that they will have like um not a lot, not $1 billion, but they will have uh, initial buying. They might have buying orders already with them. So it will be an interesting thing to watch what's gonna happen in next 2 months, in February and March. It will be really interesting to see, and if Bitcoin can hold the support at 3,000 or 3,200, or at the 200-day moving average, which 3,300 is the exact price range. If we, yeah, yeah, 3,300, 3,200. If Bitcoin holds it for another month or so, I think things might take a turn. I mean, this is just a general point of view. We don't really know what's gonna happen, but this is our best guess right now. So moving on, the other thing which I wanted to talk about was the dollar index and Bitcoin's correlation with it. So I'm going to take you back to this article. This article came back in August 2019, 2018. Now the title says strong correlation between Bitcoin and the dollar index suggests market correction is over. It came in 29 August 2018, so obviously we know the market correction was not over. But this is something interesting to note. Strong correlation between Bitcoin and dollar index. Now I'm going to take you to the charts, and I'm going to show you why this might be true. Well, the first part of the title is true and the other was not. So let me take you to the charts. Now as you can see, this is the dollar index chart. So this is the dollar. This is where the dollar made its high in 2017, which was like, it was in 2016, December 2016. This was the dollar at its high in 2016. And if you see this line, dollar was declining all year in 2017, and it made its bottom in January 2018. And then it held for that price range for a while. Over here, if you can see at the bottom of the chart, this is the area. It made its bottom around first week of February, January, last week of Jan 2018, and this is where it held, and then in April it started going up. So this is what dollar has been doing. So dollar was declining all of 2017, made its bottom in February or January 2018. Now, as we all know what Bitcoin did in 2017 or 2018. Let me just take away the 200 moving average. Okay, so this is what Bitcoin did. So this was the whole start beginning of the Bitcoin insanity. 2017, when the dollar was declining all along, Bitcoin was actually going up. It was just like totally like opposite to each other. Dollar was declining and Bitcoin was going up. Sorry, I couldn't get both of the charts into one because I don't have a paid subscription to TradingView yet, but in the future I'm gonna get one. so I might have to switch to the tabs frequently. So apologies for that, but I'll get the TradingView subscription, and it wouldn't be so confusing then. So okay, so continuing, so you can see 2017, and it started in $1,000. It really picked up pace in end of February, March. Here, Bitcoin's Bitcoin like dollar dropped in January, February, and then it went up again here this point, and then here, like over here, it went up to 102 again, like around this value in March, and then it started falling and falling and falling. So looking at Bitcoin at the same time, around March or April, Bitcoin started going up, and then there was no stopping until December 2018 that we all know when it went to 19,000. It was all in the media, and like it was everywhere. You could hear Bitcoin. I don't think um, if you drive around um, with your radio on and every single thing, if you read newspaper, if you read online journals, I mean, you could have, I don't think you missed Bitcoin at that point. You would have encountered Bitcoin in some of these places, either on radio or news or in newspapers. I mean, it was everywhere, so you couldn't have missed it. So it went up, and when dollar made its bottom and started going up in 2018, so this is how, I mean, it wasn't such a steep rise uh, as comparing to the fall, but we see in April dollar when going, like it started going up, and like the dollar was getting stronger against all other currencies like yen, euro, or British pound, Australian dollar, or any other currencies of the world. And if you're from India, like uh, against Indian national rupee, like the Indian national rupee started getting weak. So this was the time here when the dollar started getting stronger. And at the same time, like we all know what happened from March, from February, end of February. There was only in there was only one bounce in February when from 11,000 it went to, yeah, it went to 17,000 again in a couple of weeks. In January, Bitcoin went to that, and then after that it was all just free fall from there until now in 2019. So Bitcoin has been going down and down while dollar index has been going up and up. So what is the takeaway from this? The takeaway from this is that there we can see this, that in 2017 there was institutions involved in it, and institutions always go with the economics behind things. They always look at the bigger picture. I mean, majority of people, millennials or us who were involved in cryptocurrencies, I mean, I didn't really had any outlook on the finance world before getting into crypto. I mean, not such a, I wasn't really connected how was things going with the economy and how currencies, how dollar affects the economy of the world, because I mean dollar dominates the economy of the world. So if something happens to the dollar's value, there is always a shift, economic shift in the buying and purchasing, uh, like all the multinationals, all the investors, all the institutions, they take their they take their investment decisions with the dollar's value. They look at dollar's value and then they take their decisions. So this is the whole takeaway, and this was the reason, could be the reason. I mean, that's my best guess is not actually, it's not a guess. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not a guess. So there is economics behind this correlation, how institutions no filed into Bitcoin. I mean, like not a lot of institutions, and I mean a lot of them are they're supposed to come, but there was institutional money and how it entered to the market and what they see, and when they saw that dollar was about to, you know, rise again, the economy was about to start getting stronger again. So I think that was the time when they started to dump Bitcoin, like they started selling Bitcoin. Now the thing is, I'm not saying that this is the only reason why Bitcoin went down. I'm just saying that this could be the reason, a part of that, one of the reasons people taking profits and everything. But dollar's value did had a role to play in the whole Bitcoin boom and bust story of 2017 and 2018. So if you want to have a overview, I mean, this will give you a little bit more clearer picture. This article unfolds the dollar is the new Wix and the Bitcoin connection. So if you actually, I'm going to leave a link for this article in the description. So if you actually go to this article, this is by Brian Kelly, and I think you guys see him on CNBC as well. He's a pro crypto guy. So this article, this article talks about how Bitcoin, how dollars value affect the economies of the world at the bigger picture, at the world stage, and this is where he talks about the Bitcoin connection. So guys, I really recommend you guys that you guys go to this article and have a look and read about it. And what the takeaway is from this video is just keep an eye on the dollar index, what the dollar index is doing, how the economy is, the dollar's value is, where it's going. It will give you an idea, it will give you a hint like what's gonna follow for Bitcoin. I mean, this correlation, these things might change. I mean, we cannot, like, there's nothing like as like obvious always. So it was correlated for 2 years, and so I think it definitely needs to be paid attention, to be seen. So have a look, keep an eye on this US dollar. So it has been stable for a while now, the US dollar index. So it has been, it went up, but it has been stable for now, for last 10 months. So just keep an eye on this. Go to Market Watch, just search US dollar index and see where it is. Look at the chart, like look at the trend, what kind of trend it's forming. It will give you a hint where Bitcoin might go, following the US dollar index. I mean, this is not a surety, but it will definitely, give you a head start in making your investment decisions. So guys, this was the thing I wanted to talk about in the video. So let me know how do you like the video and what do you guys think about the dollar index and the Bitcoin's price correlation, and what do you think about the market in general, what's going on, what are your feelings like, and let me know how do you like the video. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please share your suggestions in the comments. What do you think about, what are your thoughts on this? And I'll see you guys again very soon. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Bye.